Buddy, happy Monday, start of a new week, start of new opportunities, and we're going to make it a great week. So, with that being said, let me tell you that the market is red right now. It's a little choppy, but not to be misunderstood or be scared of it, because what we're going to do is we're going to speak it into existence simply. We're going to trade within our means. We're not going to overstay our welcome in the stock market, because it will simply take advantage of us if we overstay our welcome. If we're having a red day, get out. Walk away. Understand your loss. Understand what went wrong. And that's okay as a trader to understand and take a loss. That's okay. Especially when the market is red. It's very hard to adjust to market conditions. But I just wanted to tell you guys that. So we'll keep it simple. Stay true to our own rules. That is so important. I can't stress that enough. Only trading what we know and then only investing in what we know. So someone messaged me last night and asked me, or they told me that they have that starting base, they have that capital, they have that foundation, and they want to build off of it. They're ready to put their money into the stock market. Now, I was very excited because that was a very interesting, or it was a question, because they said, what do? They don't know where to put their money, but they do know they want to invest it in the stock market, but not sure where exactly. So I'm eager to make this video because this is the demo video on, or it's the video on how to create a demo account, a simulator throughout tDAmeritrade's Thinkorswim paper money account. Now, as a new trader, I understand the person's excitement, because as we all become new traders, we're so eager and we're on this get rich scheme, really quick scheme, really fast, overnight type of success, which is very unrealistic. So when I started out with $300 capital, and I grew that to about $1,300. I then started to lose all that money because all those trades were by luck. I was trading on Robinhood, and it was all luck. I had no technical analysis. I did not know what I was doing. So I thought I was ready, and I was like, wow, this is great. I'm getting win after win after win, but it was pretty much a gamble. But then I realized, okay, there is a science behind this, when I had a very, very sad day. So I was invested in a penny stock. I can't remember the symbol, but it did something called a reverse split. Now, at the time, I did not know what a reverse split was, because I just started out and I was so eager and just a young person trying to get money really fast. So it did something where the price just drastically changed, and I was down about $500 in after hours all of a sudden, from being up like $30. So I had to take a step back. I had to be disciplined. I have to not be stubborn and go ahead and start paper trading. And with that being said, I started to learn technical analysis. I started to learn the science and the art behind trading, and that's what truly has defined me as a trader. I can't thank paper trading enough, because without that, I don't know where I would have been. It would have been like I was still gambling on Robinhood, which also I want to talk about Robinhood really quick. Robinhood is a great brokerage if you're just starting out and you're just trading small size, but you also do need to do some technical analysis. That is very important. You can't just jump into trades and not know where exactly the direction of that stock is going. So that is very important. I'm currently trading on Robinhood and tDAmeritrade. tDAmeritrade charges $6.95 per trade, but I am okay with that because they get executed, or they execute my trades very efficiently in comparison to Robinhood. I feel like you can get a little bit more. When you get a little bit more professional with it, I would say to advance up into tDAmeritrade's platform. But ultimately, you're able to have their platform and do technical analysis on it, regardless if you're even trading on there. So you could do all your information and research on tDAmeritrade's platform, and then go ahead and go on Robinhood and trade for no charge. No per trade, it's free. So that's a great thing on Robinhood. But tDAmeritrade has a great platform, and Robinhood just simply doesn't have that foundation, I guess you could say. Because when I started out, I was foolish. But I feel like also I want to say that as a new trader, we're looking at penny stocks. We're like, okay, because I know I did this. I know many people who did do it, where a penny stock was at 10 cents and we wanted to get out at 20 cents, 30 cents, 15 cents, and whatever that may be. We were going up $50, $100, $200 because we were using our whole account position size. And we were like, okay, well, I could buy this amount of shares at 10 cents. And if it goes up to 20 cents, I go up $100. Very get rich quick mindset scheme, I guess you could say. But once you break out of that habit and once you break out of that shell, you understand that penny stocks, they're not the best. And personally, I don't trade them. I have nothing against them, I guess. If you're trading them, great job to you. Lock in your profits, stay consistent, be careful. But they're extremely volatile, and I like to stay away from them now. But so let's go ahead and jump into it. I got this big whiteboard. the tDAmeritrade logo looks like this right here. I'm not the best drawer, but you get the idea. So Thinkorswim by tDAmeritrade paper trading demo account, simulator account. So let me go ahead and float on top of the screen, and let me minimize this. 1 second. Okie dokie. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to Google. Oh, where'd I go? Go to Google, type in Thinkorswim tDAmeritrade paper money account, and then it'll take you right here, and it'll ask you, do you have an existing tDAmeritrade account? You will simply click no, and they'll ask you for you to create a login credentials, all this different good stuff, information required, blah 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 blah, and then you'll register, and you will simply download the platform. So once you download the platform, it'll look right here. It'll look like that. So let me drag that around here. This is tDAmeritrade. Now, this isn't how it is when you open it up, but when you do download the software and the platform, it'll ask you if you're live trading or if you are paper trading. You will obviously click paper trading, you'll put your credentials in, and it'll have this whole home screen setup, because I already have my whole setup the way I want with everything and the art behind it, I guess you could say. But let me just run you through it really quick. So this is the account info, all your buying power for everything. I have it on privacy mode right now. You're able to put live news on a stock really quick if you wanted to pull it up if you were in a rush. So Tesla, for example, enter the ticker symbol, give you the news for the day, week, month, whatever. Right here I have a different watch list set up, another watch list, another watch list. So you go down here and you're able to add all these different gadgets. Now personally I don't use a lot of these, but something that is very useful is just creating a watch list for starters, or if you want to have a calculator or a dashboard explaining or showing you what your profit loss ratio is for the day or for the week, you could have that. Now don't be deceived by all these different lines. That's the last thing that you could do, is have be so scared of these lines, because I used to be so scared of these lines, but really they're just indicators. If you wanted a plain graph, you could do that, but I go over here to studies, and these are the indicators that I like to use. There's all of these within the platform, but I find these being the most useful. The MACD indicator, which is right here, the RSI indicator, which is right here, relative strength index, simple moving average, the VWAP, which is a lot of lines. I'll go into more depth, don't worry, about what those are in other videos just on those indicators. So this is the moving average exponential, and those are the indicators that I use. So don't be confused about all these lines, but this is ticker symbol Amazon. So we have our time frames right here. And something I like to do when I'm looking at a stock is I like to go to the 4-hour 180-day chart. I do this because I want to see if it's been in an ascending uptrend in the past 180 days, which Amazon obviously has. So that is something of value. We don't want to trade anything that has a downward trend. We don't want none of that. That's not a good. That's like a very big risk. But when you are trading something that has been in a 180-day uptrend, you feel a lot more comfortable, and your confidence is a little bit more up. So Amazon 180-day uptrend, but we could go ahead and go to a different stock like tDAM. Now this stock I have been trading since it was at $5. So this is a very interesting stock. It's been holding above this line right here as a support. It reached a max of a high of $52 and what was that, 55 cents? And it pulled back, went back up. It was about to form a cup and handles formation, which I'll go over in another video as well. It's a certain type of pattern that we can identify throughout a chart. And now it had started to sell off greatly. But it's something I trade weekly. I pretty much trade the same stocks weekly. But if we go over here to the scan, we're able to scan in the morning or whenever you'd like for stocks ranging between a certain price or volume or whatever it may be that you're looking for, and it'll give you those top stocks, top 30, top 50, whatever you'd like. Go back to charts. We could go to flexible grid, where we're able to add as many charts as we want. So one to the side, one below us. however many we want. And the best thing is we can link them together. So if I want to put a red one right here, I can do so by so I don't have to manually enter in every single one. I could just click right here. I want WTI link to red. This watch list, I could put it to yellow. So if I want to go to Amazon, I could go right here, and then I could go to Amazon, or right there, Amazon. But so that's pretty much how the charting works. I typically don't like to have all these different charts open, so I get rid of a great majority of them. But it is very nice to have another external monitor, I guess you could say, because with an external monitor you're able to view so much more. Now a lot of traders have like 8 to 10 monitors, which is very unnecessary for me, or at least it's difficult for me, because I feel like we're not able to view everything at once. There's so many there's so many prices that are, and price actions that just is moving and moving and moving. How could we possibly be looking at all of those at once? So I like to keep it simple with about, you really only need your laptop, but if you wanted to, you could get an external monitor. I have about 2, and then I have a big screen above me. It's very useful, it's very helpful, but this is pretty much the gist of it. One thing I do want to go over is if you go to the setting tab right here, it gives you the appearance, the expansion of your time access, however much you want your bars to go to the side, price access, general, all this good stuff. And I could never find this. Like, I saw so many other YouTubers with a different colored background, which I thought was very attractive, but I was never able to figure out how to do it on YouTube. No one made a video on it really. So there's all these different features of how you can edit the background and the colors for the volume right here, and the candlesticks and the doji, all that good stuff. So it's really creative. I love this platform, and I want to say this right now. When you open this demo account, it will offer you $100,000, $200,000. I can't remember, but realistically, you're not going to start out with that much money. So whatever it may be, whether it be $20, $5, $100, $50, $1,000, it's going to be different for everybody else. Trade realistically. Whatever you'd be trading in the real market with real cash, trade with that. That would be so much more beneficial to you than rather buying so many shares with like $100,000. That's not what you're going to be doing with your real money. So don't do it with right now. This whole purpose is to practice, get better, create discipline, handle everything properly, and then take your skills into the real market. So it's a very cool thing. And something I also do is I do take a step back. If I'm having some red days consistently, I'll go ahead and take a step back and start paper trading. And I do this because sometimes we all need that structure. We need structure. We need to take a step back, reflect, go ahead and get back to our mojo. Sometimes we have a bad week, and it happens. Whether it's a bad week with school, work, whatever it may be, we have a bad week and we're not focused solely on trading properly. So a lot of the times it's hard to trade, but it's okay if we have to take a step back and paper trade. So this is a very important video because I feel like as a new trader, it's so crucial to not paper trade. Like, you will lose money if you just go into the stock market blind. So the point is, if you make this account, we are going to practice skills, we are going to practice everything properly, and we're going to take our skills into the real market. And I'm going to create a demo account with you guys, and I will also go ahead and we could do a challenge. We could do a day-to-day progress on what we're doing. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll probably start it sometime this week where I'm trading with paper money and we see how it works. We can see how that goes down. And then I'll also be showing you guys my trade recaps on my main regular brokerage account. Probably starting tomorrow on how I'm doing in my positions. So this is something that I've been very excited about because being a new trader, when I started out, I lost so much money and I was like, man, I can't let this happen to anybody else because this was the worst pain, and you felt like quitting. And especially when you know that 1 out of every 10 traders make it successfully and can do this professionally and are profitable. That's what was like scary at first, but you can't be intimidated by trading. You have to be a confident trader, and that's the most difficult thing for people to do and understand, is be confident in themselves, be confident in their trading skills, understand what they're doing, and that's difficult for a lot of people. So it's very important to start paper trading, understand, practice what you're learning, because now lessons are going to be started to be made. and now you're able to combine those lessons, everything we're learning, and put it into the actual market. So if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below, message me on Instagram, or just email me. I'll go ahead and leave a link to the tDAmeritrade Thinkorswim account, where you just go ahead, create your credentials, create your account, download it, and you can get started tomorrow. Remember to keep it realistic. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys today. Remember to just keep it simple tomorrow. Trade within your means. For those of you who are trading, just keep it simple. Stay consistent. Lock in your profits. Get in and get out. The market is red. We don't know how it will react tomorrow, but most likely it might be pretty choppy. So let's just trade what we know and keep it simple. That is the best thing we can do. Be confident, be disciplined, and be engaged. Have fun with it. That's the most important thing to do. So like always, thank you guys for your time. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for clocking in. I know it is getting pretty late. I had to make this video. It was important to me, but I'll go ahead and leave the links to all that. And like always, thank you. Get after it, lock in the profits, and stay consistent. Thank you, traders. Later.